On August 9, 2018, a fighter jet dropped a bomb on this street in Dayan, Yemen. It exploded here near a busy marketplace, killing 40 children on a school bus. The plane was from a coalition led by Saudi Arabia. They've conducted thousands of airstrikes in Yemen since 2015, many aimed at civilian targets. This is the bomb. And this photo, reportedly taken after the attack, shows that the serial number 94271 corresponds to a 500-pound laser-guided bomb built by the Lockheed Martin Corporation. It was made in the United States. In fact, most of Saudi Arabia's weapons are. The US is the biggest arms dealer in the world, and Saudi Arabia is its #1 customer. For nearly 75 years, the two countries have been strategic allies, trying to keep the Middle East stable for their own benefit. But today, the Middle East has fallen apart, and Saudi Arabia has been using US weapons to make it worse. So why does the US sell Saudi Arabia so many weapons, and will it ever stop? It all started with oil. In 1938, a lot of it was discovered in the new country of Saudi Arabia.
For here are more proved and readily accessible reserves than in all of North and South America together.
In 1945, US President Franklin Roosevelt made a deal with the Saudi king, Abdulaziz Al Saud. The Saudis would provide the US with a safe, reliable source of oil, and in exchange, the US would support and protect the Saudis. This was at a time when the US was making other alliances in the Middle East.
Oil, however, together with its strategic location, has made this area important in world affairs.
But at first, US arms sales to their allies in the Middle East were limited. The US hoped fewer weapons would mean less conflict and therefore a steady supply of oil. But that didn't last for long. War broke out between Israel and these Arab states in 1967. This put the US in an awkward position. It had allies on both sides. The US ultimately decided to sell fighter jets to Israel to give them an advantage over the Arab states. But war broke out again 6 years later. This time, the US sent thousands of tons of arms to Israel. This outraged the Arab allies, including Saudi Arabia, so they struck back.
The oil-producing countries of the Arab world decided to use their oil as a political weapon.
These Arab states cut off oil supplies to the US to protest their support of Israel, and it caused a crisis. The price of oil nearly quadrupled in the US. The cutoff ended several months later when the US brokered a peace deal between Israel and Egypt. But to help rebuild its relationship with its Arab allies, the US decided to sell them weapons.